Welcome back to Halloween Horror Reviews 2023. I cannot believe that we are already at week 4 of Halloween Horror Reviews 2023. Technically, the last week of this year's reviews, even though I know that the 30th and the 31st Halloween take place actually next week, Monday and Tuesday, but I technically consider this week to be the last week of Halloween Horror Reviews. This month has gone by too damn quick. Halloween Horror Reviews 2023 has been my personal favorite year for this year's reviews. And this is a review that I am really excited to be talking about. This might not be a particular movie you'd watch on October or Halloween time, unless if you're into very bizarre films, very, very disturbing films, very unsettling films, and especially films from this particular director. Moving on to today's review, I'm here to talk about 1977's Eraserhead, written and directed by David Lynch in his directorial debut. In Eraserhead, we follow a character named Henry, portrayed by Jack Nance, who, when he comes home one day, he finds out that a girlfriend of his tried to contact him, and when he goes to meet his girlfriend and her parents, he soon finds out that not only did he knock her up, but she's already had the kid. And even worse, it's something. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Eraserhead.
David!
The first time I saw Eraserhead, I wanted to say this was 2014, 2015, and actually my buddy Sarah recommended me watch this movie. My buddy Sarah is a massive David Lynch fan. I mean, a massive fan like myself. I mean, I'm not as big of a fan of David Lynch as her, but David Lynch is one of her favorite directors out there. Blue Velvet is one of my favorite movies ever made, and Elephant Man is a brilliant fucking movie. And watch Twin Peaks, it's a great TV show. I'm paraphrasing this, I'm not putting words in her mouth. This is a movie that she would describe to me as disturbing, weird, and essentially very fucked up. So I was like, okay, you know what? I got nothing else better to do. Let me plop this movie on. This movie disturbed me. It unsettled me. It was bizarre to say the least, but I remember walking away still going like, holy shit. As unsettling and as disturbing as it is, this movie is so goddamn good. While the performances of Eraserhead are very, very good, this is a movie that doesn't really have a lot of dialogue. As a matter of fact, Eraserhead is mainly a movie that's told through its visuals and especially through its sound design, which I'll talk about later on. The performances in this movie are very, very good. Jack Nance is great as Henry, along with everybody else in this movie. Seriously, every performance in this movie is really, really good. The main star of this movie, though, is David Lynch's directing. It is a film that David Lynch took the most proverbial swing possible, and that ball landed into the most bizarre and weird land possible, and holy shit. That's one weird fucking land he brought us into, to say the least. For those of you who have not seen any of David Lynch's work, David Lynch is a filmmaker that really makes films that are really, really out there, and to say the least, they are weird movies. Eraserhead, I think, is definitely his weirdest movie. I mean, then again, I shouldn't say it's his weirdest movie because I have not seen all of his films. I have to give David Lynch a lot of credit here, especially because, I mean, it's David Lynch's directorial debut, and for him to make this kind of movie on his debut takes a lot of guts. It's very, very ballsy, but my god, it worked. Something in particular that I have to talk about is the opening couple of minutes of Eraserhead. This is a movie that starts off in the most bizarre and weird fashion possible. You see an image, and then you see Jack Nance's character, Henry, just pop up, his mouth opens, and we don't quite know what is out of his mouth until you get to the very end of the opening sequence. I don't want to spoil what it is. Given to the film's themes and the horrors of this movie explores, for those of you who have seen the movie, you'll know what it is. I should have mentioned this before I was talking about any aspect of this movie, and I do apologize. This is a movie that's been dissected for its themes, its cinematography, the visual storytelling, David Lynch's directing, and I'm not going to guys want to say this. If you're coming to this review expecting for me to do a deep dive into the film's themes, the visuals, and every subliminal thing that has been popping in and out of this movie ever since its release back in 1977, you're coming to the wrong review, and I do want to apologize because this is a movie that I just want to discuss how disturbing, how bizarre, how weird it is, and how much that I dig the shit out of this movie. Going on to one of my favorite aspects, possibly my favorite aspect of this movie, and that is how the horror is executed in this movie. Eraserhead, like Village of the Damned, is not your typical nor conventional horror film. The horror of Eraserhead deals with something that's really kind of scary in a certain way if you're not ready for it. The horrors of Eraserhead are the horrors of when you have an unexpected pregnancy, especially if you do not want that pregnancy and the horrors of being a parent, let alone having a baby. The way that Eraserhead explores that, especially, yeah, you guys know where I'm going with this. I don't want to show an image because that thing is legitimately one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen in a horror film. Especially when you see the condition that baby is in. Jesus H. Fuck. David Lynch, I gotta tell you, man, if your goal with that reveal was to make people almost puke, mission accomplished. The way that Eraserhead explores the horrors of discovering that you have an unplanned pregnancy, let alone a kid that you do not want in your life, especially when your girlfriend or significant other leaves you to take care of that kid, especially when you find out everything that is wrong with that kid. Dear God, man. Not only is Eraserhead a stunningly good movie, I mean, this movie is so damn beautiful to look at. This movie has some stunning and breathtaking imagery, and also something else to mention, the film's sound design. This is a movie that just plays these sounds and these effects from the moment it starts, and you're already just on the edge of your seat just going like, what the fuck is going on? It's very off-putting, and it is something that literally will unsettle you the moment it starts. When people go to the movies, whether it's sitting down or at home or going to the movies, what is one of the main reasons why people go to the movies? To escape from reality, to experience the world, to just kind of forget your troubles, and to experience something that is going to probably make you feel good. In the case of Eraserhead, though, David Lynch wants you to experience the nightmare-fueled scenario of what it could possibly feel like to have not only an unplanned pregnancy, but to have a kid that you do not want. By the end, so probably just going like this. Woo!
Happy parents, you old fuck!
As much as I dig this movie, I do have some issues with this movie. Eraserhead is not a particularly easy watch. Eraserhead is a very unsettling movie. It's a disturbing movie, it's a very off-putting movie, and this movie is fucking weird. And if you're not into those types of movies, you're not going to enjoy Eraserhead. I honestly don't think that Eraserhead is David Lynch's most digestible movie. For me, that's either Elephant Man or Blue Velvet, or to an extent, I'd actually say Twin Peaks if you want to watch a great TV show. I could probably go back and rewatch Eraserhead every couple of years, but it is a movie I can just plop on and go like this. Man, I'm gonna have a good time tonight. Let's pop on some Eraserhead. Not the kind of movie, guys. So overall, while Eraserhead, at least in my eyes, is not David Lynch's most approachable film, at the same time, Eraserhead is disturbing, it's unsettling, it's fucking bizarre and weird, but at the same time, this is a great horror film. All in all, I'm gonna give Eraserhead a 4.5 out of 5. It's disturbing, it's unsettling as hell, but at the same time, god dang, it is a great body horror film. So comment down below, let me know, have you guys seen Eraserhead? Or actually, a better question, What is your favorite David Lynch movie? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Eraserhead. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for when my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next review of Halloween Horror Movies 2023 goes live, I will see you all next time.